niggas come to me with it. I like when they diss and I ain't tripping. I got the pistol finna shoot anybody that look iffy. Rolling up at 80 off the 8, I'm feeling lazy. You can't hit the ball, I'm facing, fuck, I'm feeling.
YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Mile High Chosen One, man, and we are back here with another video for the day. In this video, I want to show you guys 3 glitchy kickoffs that help you not give up any kick returns no more. I know when I'm playing a game, sometimes I could be beating somebody severely, and Madden allow that person to get a kick return or something to make the game closer than what it was, or before halftime they give them a kick return. I didn't gave up game-winning kick returns before to somebody. So if you're that guy like me sometimes, or you just bad at kick return when they come to your opponent, this right here should help you. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out of special team. I'm going to show you how to recover an onside kick. Now, this is not mandatory. This is something that I do. I want to put my 2 fastest guys out on the field so they can get down the field fast. So my first person, I want to put Marquise Hollywood Brown at the 3rd receiver spot so he could be on my hands team on the onside kick. I don't worry about my depth chart because I do that in game. I can put my players in game in position where I want them at, so depth chart really not a big deal for me. So we want to put your fastest player receiver at the 3rd receiver spot. And then at cornerback, I'm going to put my fastest corner out there as well. And his name is, I want to say his name, Everett or something like that. Yeah, Anthony Everett. So we want to put him at the 2nd corner spot. So now you have 2 of your fastest guys out there on the onside kick to recover your kick. So we have him. That's our 2nd corner that we just put him in. And then you got Hollywood Brown out there as well. You do not have to do this. This just worked for me. And all them other guys over there, 80, 39, 25, we really don't care about their speed. They're going to get all the balls that's just jumping around after Hollywood Brown and Everett kicking around. So right here, we're going to show you guys the kick. Now, the kick is very important. The kick is very important. These 2 guys are typically the guys that your opponent is going to be playing on. These are 2 guys that are in the front line. We want to make sure our kick is in the exact box where that A is at. As you can see, we have both of the meters in an exact middle, and as you can see at the bottom, you get an accurate kick. And this is going to happen every single time. To pull this off, you want to double tap A immediately as soon as you press it. You want to double tap it so that first meter can stop in the middle, and then you just wait for the other one to come down, and then it stops in the middle, and you can see you got another accurate kick. This happens every single time. If your opponent is not in an onside kick to recover your kicks, this is going to happen every single time, because if you see them 2 guys on the end, they run back first, no matter what. No matter if it's a user playing on them or not. Usually, the user that's playing on one of them 2 guys at the end that I highlighted, they're going to be running out the way because they're not going to know what to do. So, usually, the game is automatically going to make them take 2 steps back. Just like that every single time. And you're going to always recover the kick. Like, no matter what, you're going to always recover the kick. Sometimes if you plan on the wrong person, they may jump on it, just like right there, but that's rarely that will rarely happen. You will always get the onside kick. And let's just run it a couple more times so you can see that how effective this is. So you want to time it up to make sure it's in the middle. You want to time it up. Now, what make this so glitchy is the person that's doing the return, they cannot audible. And what's glitchy is we can only audible. So if you see your opponent come out there in the onside return, just audible into kick middle. You always want to go to kick middle though. Kick middle with high power at the top, and then in the middle. At the top, and then put your meter at the bottom. You're always going to get a glitchy kick. The kick can never go out of bounds. Sometimes you might even get a safety. Sometimes you might pin him down at the 1. So doing this, you're always in a win-win situation. I'm about to instant replay it so we can see where the ball landed at, since we couldn't see it in that angle. So we kick the ball. You see how glitchy the kick is already. He's not even kicking the ball. And the ball landed right at the 1-yard line, and it bounced in the end zone. So it's not a penalty. And just what 17 did, sometimes they'll do that at the 1-yard line, and they'll roll out of bounds, and you'll pin them at the 1-yard line. This is why I say this is just glitchy, because you're in a win-win situation. You can get a onside kick return, or you could pin your opponent down at the 1-yard line or potential safety if he catch the ball and stumble in the backfield. Very glitchy, man. You just have to make sure you see what your opponent you see what your opponent is doing. If they line up in an onside kick like you, just audible to kick off middle, and you can get something like this. It's audible to kick off middle, and you'll still be good. So you would never give up a kick return again. If they do not come out in a kick return, if they do not come out in an onside kick return, hurry up and press A so they cannot call a timeout, and they already can't audible. So you have to hurry up and press A as soon as you get out there if you see that they're not in an onside kick return, because if you don't, they can call a timeout. But as soon as you press your A button, they cannot move anymore. They can't call a timeout. They can't do anything. And then the last kickoff glitch I'm gonna show you guys, which is really not a glitch, it's just helping you guys not to give up any kick return. It's just a sky kick. So we always gonna, so wherever we're sky kicking to, that's where we want to put our return at. So I'm sky kicking to the right, so I'm gonna have my kickoff going to the right. And you want to put your meter all the way to the sideline, your left meter all the way to the sideline, and press sky kick. And you want to kick it regularly, like kick it how you would kick a regular kickoff. And you can get this bounce every single time. Depending on the kicker you have, let me reiterate this, depending on the kicker you have and dependent on the weather. So if you look to the bottom right of your screen, you see the weather is going to the right and it's going down. So I know it's not going to go out of bounds at all. But you can get this kick every time. Now, an opponent will sometimes take that fullback and catch it themselves. But sometimes people think the ball is, like, sometimes the person who's controlling that fullback, he might run out of the way because he might think the ball is going out of bounds. And he's going to try to get free 15, 20-yard penalty. But in this case, Tucker is not letting that happen. Tucker has 98 kick power and 98 accuracy. So rarely his kicks is ever going to go out of bounds. So you would never give up a kick return doing this. This is very glitchy. So you have the onside kick glitch, and then you have the onside audible kick glitch that I showed you, and then you have the sky kick, which is not a glitch. So, man, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Will be coming to you guys with some more gameplay video, and appreciate you guys for rocking with me, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.